What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Some of you may have already seen we posted a video yesterday over on Twitter which included 5 clips zoomed in so you can't tell who it is in the clip, whether it's a streamer or a normal player, whether it's aimbot or aim assist, and we asked the community whether or not they believed it was legit or not. And before we get further into this video, I want you guys to see these clips now and let me know in the comments below if you believe whether clip 1 through 5 is aimbot or aim assist. Okay, so like I said earlier, let me know in the comments below whether you believe it's aimbot or aim assist in clip 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 down in the comments below. Go on, do it now, pause the video if you have to, okay? No cheating. But now we're gonna go and take a look at the comments on Twitter to see whether or not people thought it was aimbot or aim assist. So this is the original tweet I put out. Let's play a game. Are any of these 5 clips aimbot? Let's see how good your knowledge of aim assist versus aimbot is. I tagged Rapools, Diaz, Biffle, J God, Iceman Isaac, Magnificent, Codin 4K, Jake Lucky, Lucky Shamu, as well as Maven. Not many of them want to respond yet again, and the reason for that is simple. They don't want to actually expose one of their teammates. What if they were to say, oh, that looks like aimbot, and it turns out to be Diaz Biffle, or that looks like aim assist, and it turns out to be a rage hacker? It would literally expose them for what they are. Liars. We did, however, get a response from Codin 4K, who said, none really looks sus, to be honest. If any, I'd say 1 and 5, but again, anything zoomed in and slowed down looks weird. He did get some responses. Oh no, he did reply saying, so which one's are aimbot then? Pound for Pound Gaming said, I'll give you a hint. He has no idea. One looks weird, but the others, it's so hard to tell with 1 2-second clip out of context. Now, Pound for Pound Gaming has featured on all of these videos so far, making himself look like an absolute clown, not understanding that the information I'm putting out is well and truly enough for anybody with the understanding of cheats as well as the understanding of the game to determine if it's aimbot or aim assist. But Pound for Pound Gaming doesn't understand that. However, Codin 4K has always held his hands up and stated he doesn't truly know what is and isn't aimbot. So he will analyse and break down and debunk clips related to wall hacks, but he tends to stay away from aimbot clips. However, I feel like he's trying to get involved a little bit more, maybe to educate himself in this aspect. Moving down, we've got Darth Sinz, who thinks 4 and 5 are sus. Diz says, nope, just a skill issue on your part. Do you think? Nero Weston, clip 4 looked like aim assist to me. The rest seems snappy and locky. Acid for Blood says, I'd say only 2 looks legit, but could be due to distance, I can't quite tell. The others stick too well. 5 locks to the left shoulder. Now, something I did notice about clip 2, by the way, is I did leave a cam border on here. So maybe that's why a lot of people are saying clip 2 doesn't look sus, right? 2 looks weird, yeah. Even though they've said 1 is aimbot, 4 looks weird, and 5 is aimbot. So, clips 1 through 3 show signs of aimbot and the other 2 look legit. There are people who said clip 2 looks a bit like aimbot and whatnot. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and show you guys the original clips and where we sourced them from. Can you guys guess where this one's from? Hey, with that little cam border there? Let's go and find out. So clip 1 was taken from a video I posted 2 years ago, let's find the exact date, on January 4th, 2021, of TTV Orgy909 using aimbot 100% proof. Now, there is no cheat menu popping up. He doesn't admit to using cheats, but I would deem this video 100% proof, okay? And there's a reason for that. You can clearly see when the aim is snapping all over the place. And you're going to get to see that in the clip now. So there's absolutely zero way to deny that that is in fact Aimbot, but this was somebody in a pre-game lobby deciding to try and absolutely shit on everybody on top of Superstore roof, and he was blatantly using Aimbot. After this all happened, he ended up catching a permaban, which is brilliant news, but that was clip 1, and people did seem to think that this clip looked a little bit weird. Some said Aimbot, some said a little bit weird, right? But there was definitely Aimbot in use there from Augie909. Now this was clip 2. Now there's something a little bit interesting about this clip, okay? So I left the cam border on, right? And this cam border wasn't actually left on. In fact, I edited this on top of the clip. And the reason for that is because that's Zlaner's camera, and I wanted people to determine whether or not this was cheats, with a little bit of a knowledge of who the cheater might have been, or who the player playing might have been. So I put that in there knowing full well I've seen multiple people determine a Zlaner clip as legit, but when it comes to them knowing it's not a big streamer, it could be a lesser snap in the gameplay and they would deem it as sus. So I'm going to show you now where I actually sourced out this footage from before I edited that little webcam thing on the right side. Now our recent video actually gave me this idea, right? Because somebody had basically claimed I'd falsely accused Cyborg, so I went over there thinking he's clearly cheating. So I'm going to use some of his footage, right? But I didn't want to use something brand new, so we actually scrolled down a little bit and found a video here that said rank 1 bot drops 50 kills, no disconnect gameplay. And this is the clip right here from Cyborg, a known cheater, somebody who openly speaks about that, right? So right there, clearly using cheats. And I put a little bit of a webcam showing that it looked like Zlaner playing the game. And not many people really wanted to comment on it saying that it was in fact cheats. They deemed it as a little bit weird or not looking sus at all. Now, although that was a little bit of a curveball with the edited webcam on the clip, I'm going to show you what a full curveball looks like. We actually included a clip here, clip 3, which I don't believe in any way, shape or form shows any signs of cheats. However, people were still able to comment saying it didn't look sus, or it looked sus, or it looked like Aimbot, or somebody even said magnetic bullets. So we're going to go into clip 3 and you'll find out exactly who it is now. On September the 6th, 2021, we were trying to figure out whether or not rotational aim assist could cause a player to lock onto a lagging player. And in this video, we actually had a clip of Scump, one of the best ever CDL players to ever have existed, playing Warzone, and he come across somebody using speed hacks, causing them to lag across the screen. And what actually happened was his aim did not stick to the enemy whatsoever. So let's show you the clip now of Scump against a teleporting player and see whether or not his aim stuck in any way. The quality of this video wasn't the best, but you can clearly see the aim does not stick in any way. Okay, he had to literally correct his aim. So he went from shooting straight at the enemy lagged to the left. There was no pull, there was no stick, there was no locking on whatsoever. His aim stayed put, even though he was strafing to the left. So even rotational aim assist in that moment didn't help him to lock onto a lagging player, which is something that we saw happen with Diaz Biffle against somebody speed hacking, as well as Zlaner against a teleporting player. Their aims locked on. Scump's did not, and this was a prime example of what aim assist should look like in those moments. So this one was aim assist in play, and it didn't look like anything locking on whatsoever. People stating that this could have been magnetic bullets, it's understandable, but that's just due to the quality of this footage. However, you can clearly see no pull, no locking and no sticking of the aim, and this is from one of the best Call of Duty players to have ever existed. Now, clip 4 was one of my favourites. This is something that actually shows an exact lock-on from Aimbot, something that snaps onto a specific location once your aim gets close enough to the enemy. This shows Aimbot using a small field of view, which means imagine in the center of the screen a very small circle, and when the enemy ends up inside that, it will lock onto the enemy, and that's exactly what happens in clip 4. So let's find out who exactly it is behind this clip. On a video we put out on February 13th, 2021, Zlaner had multiple instances in Warzone 1 of him clearly locking onto enemies, one of those being the lagging player clip that we did mention whilst looking at the scum clip we used in this video. But this one here today is probably one of my most favourite lock-ons from Zlaner. Let's pay attention to how he pulls his aim up and it snaps and locks to center chest, the exact location Zlaner used to aim at every single time on every single enemy. Let's pay attention now. See the snap over to the right as it locks on in slow motion, bop, and sticks to the enemy. Even zoomed in, we can see the aim snap. He starts shooting whilst the aim is to the left of the enemy, which made me believe at the time that Zlaner was using the shooting button to toggle on the cheats. Most people who are rage hackers will use aim down sight, at the time at least anyway, meaning that they would lock onto enemies before even firing, but that was very blatant. What if you were to miss a couple of shots first, then toggle it on? That is how people do it, and you do that by using the shoot button to toggle the aimbot on, and that's exactly what this looked like from Zlaner. He pulls up, starts shooting there, and it locks onto the chest. And it was just so apparent at the time. A lot of people started calling Zlaner out in his own chat because of clips like this. And yes, we had people in the comments of this tweet saying it didn't look sus. People saying that none of them truly looked too sus. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but all we're doing here is exposing the lack of knowledge people truly have when it comes to understanding how cheats actually work. But I'm also hoping that this is educating you guys a little bit further as to the small telltale signs of what aimbot is and what aim assist actually is as well. But now let's go and take a look at the 5th and final clip. On February 17th, 2021, we put out a video of a streamer by the name of Legit Fresh. Not only did we catch this guy accidentally showing his wall hacks live on stream, but there were multiple instances of this guy locking onto enemies, and we're going to show you this clip right now. This is the video now that we showed as clip 5. You can clearly see him trying to switch from one enemy to the other. This guy has his aimbot set to aim down sight, so when he ADSs or toggles on possibly, it locks on to the nearest possible target. And with that being said, he's tried to pull over to another enemy who's running away, but his aim kept pulling back magnetically to the enemy he originally locked onto, and that's what caused the little swipes left and right. But it's not the only time it happens. You can see him trying to naturally correct his aim, and that is fighting against the aimbot. Now this happens on a number of occasions when it comes to his gameplay. He's literally one of the biggest bots you've ever seen in the game. You see it twitching there, and this happens on a number of occasions throughout. Again there, it twitches because he's trying to adjust his aim manually whilst the aimbot's trying to do it for him. This shows that he didn't have it set up correctly and it was blatant aimbot. This is like the biggest telltale sign. Somebody who's really just downloaded aimbot, never used it before, and thought they could get away with streaming with that cheat using it, and it just shows instantly. But at the time when we exposed this guy, there were still people in the comment section defending him. There was still a fan base for this guy, Legit Fresh, who genuinely believed he was legit, even though there was clips of him on his own Twitch channel with wall hacks and a 2D radar on show. This guy got well and truly exposed, and he definitely deserves to never have a platform again. Now, one thing I will say, there were a lot of people who said clip 1 and clip 5 were definitely cheats, and I will say yes, 100%, a lot of people called them out. But when it came to clip 2 and we'd edited over a little bit of an edge of Zlaner's webcam, a lot of people were a little bit reluctant to comment on that and say whether or not they believed it was in fact aimbot, when in fact it was taken from a known cheater's YouTube channel, that small clip with the little webcam webcam part edited over. When it came to clip 3 and 4, still people were scratching their heads as to whether or not there was cheats involved, and clip 3 obviously being scump, there was no cheats involved, but clip 4 100% aimbot locking on. You can see those small adjustments from people who have aimbot fine-tuned. That is what people now to this day believe is aim assist, because of that many people using aimbot and fine-tuning it, so it just looks like a little bit stronger aim assist. But when you watch one of the best Call of Duty players in the world, Scump, he doesn't get that same level of aim assist. So let that sink in. Why isn't Scump, one of the most decorated CDL players out there, not getting aim assist like somebody who plays the game from the comfort of their own home and has done for the duration of their Call of Duty Pro career? If you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you got any of them right or wrong early on. And if you are new to the channel, guys, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you want to contact me about any streamers who you believe are cheating, no matter how big or small, you can hit me up over on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. And you can also go over there and get involved, and maybe you'll end up featured in one of these videos. And one last thing before we go. A big shout out to apexpcs.co.uk for sending me out this amazing gaming rig. And if you guys want to get your hands on a PC like this, head over to apexpcs.co.uk. If you want to buy a pre-built gaming rig, then head over. They have got so many options. But not just that, they sell individual components. If you need a new case, a new CPU, a new GPU, or even a monitor, keyboard and mouse, head over and check it out. And guys, for those of you who are business minded, for those of you who don't just play video games, they also sell business office PC builds too. And for those of you who are quite picky like me, you can send a custom build request and they do get back to you really quick. So guys, if you're in the market for a new PC, this is the place to be. apexpcs.co.uk. The link is in the description below, and don't forget, use code BBB20 at checkout to save £20.